Welcome indoor cycling fans for a new race on the channel. The Swedish Zwift riders are organizing a new series, and this today's race 1 of the midweek summer series. And on the right hand side you're watching RF. He's racing today in the category C. Today's course is the Greater London Flat, 40.7 kilometers. RF already had a ride outside and he came straight from the physio, so I expect him to be pretty tired already. So 136 riders competing today. RF currently in a 33rd position. Out of the saddle on this short incline of 3%. So as I said, there will be a couple of races in this series. It's organized by Swedish Zwift riders. You can recognize them in the blue jersey and the yellow letters there. So guys, if you like the channel, please subscribe or leave us a comment in the comment section. That would be great. Now let's focus on the race. So it's a pretty long race today, 40 kilometers. Most of it is flat, so expect a high pace. Always difficult for RF. As you can see on the right, he's having a minor issue with his right knee. Nothing serious, but a bit of a pain. And after 2.2 kilometers, he needs to have a small Coca-Cola there. Already in need for a tiny sugar rush. Now at the back of the bunch, just to watch out if there's an attack in the front, difficult to see. Huge group in front of the race. More or less 70 riders up front. Short climb, 5%. RF out of the saddle, moving up to the front. This is a much better position to be in, especially in this part of the race, the early beginning. We have Heremans and Janssens from Belgium, and Heremans is a Belgian Zwift rider. How long can he keep up today, RF? Because if you ask me, he looks tired already. Doesn't seem to be in good shape today. Is becoming a bit smaller, it seems. So the short hill left a few riders behind. We now have more or less 50 riders up front. Some are coming back. So if you like this series, guys, make sure to subscribe and come back weekly for updates on this series. And of course, if you are racing this race, make sure to come back, because I will be posting these videos weekly. RF out of the saddle once again, trying to move up front. Group pretty much stretched out. There's one group in front right now. The attack doesn't work. Still Janssens up front. After 7 kilometers, Still quite a pacey race. To watch out now, has to close the gap. 58 riders in the group. And the group behind is already 24 seconds behind on the first group. The first group is still big enough so they can create a much bigger gap. So RF has to stay in front. It's now next to Hermans. Belgian Zwift riders, the biggest Belgian club. Much happening in this race at the moment. Everyone's settling in. It's the ideal scenario to create a bigger gap. So not really much need for an attack. Lately there are a lot of Zwift races, sometimes on TV even, but also online. But it's mostly Cat.A races, so I'm posting most of the time Cat.C races. And our other team member, Peters, is a B rider at the moment, so from now and then I'll be posting his rides as well. So check us out for Cat.C and Cat.B races.
Ride on.
We have our follower there from the channel, Rodriguez from Tugas. Also for the guys racing this race, make sure you add me on the Zwift companion app, and then check out when we race, and maybe you are in our next video. Still the same group up front. RF already sweating a lot. Like I said, he looks tired. Actually, no, he is tired. Like I said, outdoor ride. And he needed to go to the physio, so let's hope he can keep it up. Once again, he needs to close the gap. Also Hermans. RF trying to move up to the front even, or stay in the middle of the pack. Actually the best position to be in. On the left and right are the roads, those typical London houses. Once again, back a bit stretched out. Group back together once again. Ref needs to push hard to stay together with the bunch. But I don't think he's gonna keep it up. I think the best he can do is to stay up front as long as he possibly can. closing the gap again, pushing hard. He's almost shaking his head. He knows that it's going to be hard today. But okay, he's still up front, so let's wait and see. So for those who are riding the next week's race, it would be great if you leave your name in the comments section. Road rise shortly coming out of this tunnel. Or have survived this short climb. But I am not sure for how long. Let's settle once again. Incline. Group stretched out once again. So these short climbs seem to be a good spot for short burst attacks. But not enough for a decent breakaway. We are nearing the end of the first lap. Riders can earn points as well for short intermediate sprints. But as you can see on your right, RF is in no possibility to sprint today. He's falling behind once again. Out of the saddle once again. I really wonder how long he can keep this pace up. The group in front attacking. So this will speed things up even more. Looks like he's giving up on this group. He's looking tired. There's a group behind, 19 seconds. What will he do? It looks like one more effort. And seems to work. Quite unexpected. But he's still able to do this. And now he's back in the group. At least more or less. Out of saddle once again, tries to move up to the front. You can see the groups behind on the left of the road. There's still a gap with the riders in front. Pushing hard. Needs to mingle himself in this bunch. We are almost halfway in this race. The road rises. This will be a crucial part in the race, I think. I don't know if RF is in pain or he's suffering, but I do know for sure it's either one of them. 20.5 kilometers left in this race. And 47 riders in the group. This is still pretty high for a Cat.C race. RF with disappointed expressions on his face. But he's still part of the first group. But for how long? That's the question at the moment. There's no power-ups in this race.
Ride on! Ride on! Nice!
He seems to slow down a bit. Second sugar rush of the ride. And once again the pace is going up. He's definitely not looking good today. He wanted to race this Swedish Zwift Rider Series, so that's why he was at the start. But can he make it to the finish? Wait and see. Kilometers left to go. I'm actually really surprised that he's still up front. This will be the gap too much, I think. He's pushing hard. Out of the saddle maybe for the last time. One more effort. And this shows that he's really tired. He's shaking his head, and he has to let go. He's quite disappointed. He's not satisfied. And the next group behind, he will be waiting for them for sure. It's 1 minute 10 seconds behind on RF. Is he trying to come back once again? Seems quite impossible. Group in front is already 12 seconds away, so doesn't make any sense. The best he can do is rest his legs, wait for the group behind, and see what happens. With 15.4 kilometers left in this race, maybe a few riders up front will fall behind as well. The group behind is closing in pretty fast, only 56 seconds behind. And RF only doing 130 watts, so he's having a bit of a rest. That seems to be the best plan at the moment. He's trying to find his own tempo, but for the moment he's on his own. Group in front already 42 seconds ahead. And the group behind 49 seconds. He's really slowing down right now. He's out of the saddle on this short incline because he knows if they catch him here, it might be difficult to keep up with the second group as well. They're closing in, only half a minute away. But still, he's in 47th position out of 136 riders, so still okay for a race on a bad day. Once again, a short incline, and the group behind, 18 seconds behind RF. So he needs to survive this short climb. He's still looking tired even after this short rest. The group's closing in pretty fast right now, only 10 seconds. Can RF keep it up with this group? He has to, otherwise he will drop back down the peloton pretty fast. More or less 15 meters behind on RF. RF out of the saddle to make some speed. He's now part of the second group of this race. He has to keep it up for 12.5 kilometers. Still looks in bad shape, still looks tired, still sweating a lot. Pedaling squares from time to time as well. I'm not sure if he can make it in this group. We are nearing the end of the second lap. No need to go for a sprint here. Group's becoming a one stretched out line, and RF is almost at the back. Needs to move up. He's doing 240 watts, trying to get in front. Group's back together now. Good job. He's tired, but he's showing a lot of character today. There's not much left in the tank, so he needs to go and play that mental game. Try to focus. Imagine being on a sunny beach somewhere instead of being part of this hell race. Closing the gap. This costs a lot of effort. And he has to maintain this for almost 10 kilometers. He's now at 2 kilometers in this group. with 10.2 kilometers left to go. It seems to be a very hard job for him today. Needs to go into that headspace, find some strength. Also, our Portuguese follower of the channel, Rodriguez from Tugas, is in this group. He's the one in the yellow jersey. Once again, a stretched out bunch. RF trying to move up front. Eight 8.7 kilometers left to go. We have Söderlund here at the back from Swedish Zwift riders. Ref at the back, currently in a 68th position. It looks like Rodriguez is helping out RF to come back. Maybe he's in trouble as well. Huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf. I think he will be huffing and puffing for at least 7.8 kilometers. And hopefully he can do so in this second group. I think he will be completely dead once he reaches the finish line. Let's hope he reaches the finish line, because he's not looking good. Okay, come on, 7.2 kilometers. He can do this. Get into the zone for 7.1 kilometers and finish it off. Can he do it? So Sjöberg from Swedish Zwift riders in this group. Pushing hard. He's doing all he can. Looks a bit more focused right now. He's not letting go. Good character from him today. If it hurts, you need to show some character, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. Only 5 kilometers left to go. It would be pretty painful if he falls behind now. For the moment, he's not letting go. Don't ask me why, but he looks a bit better than a few moments ago. It's the typical English weather. It's raining. It's one of the benefits of indoor cycling. It's home and dry Out of the saddle, is he attacking right now? No. 3.5 kilometers. Hopefully this wasn't the effort too much. Okay, once again, with a good push. One rider up front, Seabolt from the United States, trying to speed things up. He's accompanied by Söderlund from Swedish Zwift riders. We'll be out of the rain for a short amount of time. Entering the tunnel. These are speeding up inside of this tunnel. 2.6 kilometers left to go. Eighteen riders in this group. Remember when RF had to let go of the first group, he was in a 47th position. Now pushing up on this short incline. Good effort. You have a tiny gap, but there's not much left in the tank. It's not really a breakaway. Okay, riders like Söderlund are 23 meters behind on RF. And he's still pushing on. This does look like a tiny attack from a few riders. Sjöberg, Hansen, Salkvist, all Swedish riders. Will they work together? Seems like the groups, at least some of them are back together. Are out of the saddle once again. 1.2 kilometers left to go. He looks concentrated, he looks focused. Really looks like he transferred all his pain into strength. Now in the middle of the group, 900 meters left to go. So we are nearing the finish line. Question is, does he still have some power left in those legs? Or somewhere at least, maybe in his head. I think most of the power will come out of his head today. Need a lot of mental strength for a sprint. 500 meters left to go. Who will start the sprint of the day? 300 meters, no one sprinting. One rider up front. And now RF out of the saddle, really pushing hard, 700 watts. Neck on neck. And he's in Schuberg at the line. But okay, a really good race. Considering RF was tired, he ended up in 47th position out of 136 riders, and he ended up in 34th position on Zwift Power. So 34th position on Zwift Power. And these are the winners of today. In first place, Johan Andersen. Second, Richard Doornbos from Team NL, and third position Pedro Miguel from Tugas RT.